One of the biggest furry babes of the 90s, the heartthrob of the hoops, Lola Bunny made her debut in 1996's Space Jam and replaced Honey Bunny permanently as Bugs' girlfriend. Whenever she comes back to TV screens, she still brings a lot of mixed reactions with her, and Twitter blows up debating the canon size of her titties. The original Lola was remembered famously for having a sex appeal and a seductive confidence to match, which was both loved by her biggest supporters and used to discredit the character at the same time. Those who choose not to understand the character or simply don't like her often call her not loony enough or try to claim she has no personality, which is completely crap because she was confident, tomboyish, respectful, and yet feisty when she needed to be. People need to remember she almost didn't make it into the original Space Jam. Last minute changes demanded a better fitting girl for the female demographic. And because of that, I believe that played a part in why her role was so limited. It also didn't help that big names like Chuck Jones thought she was useless and was destined to fail. However, she didn't fail. Instead, her popularity blew up and we've had her as the leading bunny girl ever since. I will say this from what I noticed. Whether it was intentional or not, OG Lola was definitely a product of the 90s, where girl power and sex positivity was a big deal of the decade. From the way I read the character, Lola was simply a girl who wanted to play ball with the boys. In fact, she was the only other best character on the Toon Squad next to Michael Jordan, who had a talent for basketball. At the same time, she knew she looked damn good, and you could tell she loved the skin she was in. You could whistle at her from the crowd and watch her fluffy tail as she left the room. But if she felt you was using her looks to disrespect her, then she was going to twist you into a pretzel. No disrespect to Malcolm D. Lee, he gets star power, but when it comes to cartoon lore, or in this case, his Lola Bunny from Space Jam: A New Legacy, which was supposed to be an improvement, nothing special was added. In fact, an argument could be made that more was taken from Lola in the second film than added, because there was nothing his Lola did that you can't picture the OG version doing. The original could have been a leader and trained with Wonder Woman too. New Legacy had a more in-your-face attitude. However, OG Lola had an in-your-face attitude too, but more so when you pissed her off. And you can't say his version is better at basketball because that's up for debate when both versions were the next best player next to Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I was really looking forward to 90s Lola Bunny returning because I would have really loved it if she got some character redemption. DC Comics, in my opinion, did a better job at it without taking away from her appearance and personality.